From a windmill in India that collapsed in one man's backyard, and brake failure in Denmark that caused this turbine to spin out of control, to a dangerous fire that shows how quickly these things can crash and burn, and much more. Here are the craziest wind turbine disasters caught on camera. Tamil Nadu is the southernmost state in India. It's an area rich in ancient Indian history. In fact, the Tamil language is one of the longest surviving classical languages in the modern world. But while the people of Tamil Nadu stick to their linguistic customs, they're quick to adopt new technology like wind energy. In 2009, massive wind turbines began popping up in Tamil Nadu. Today, India is one of the world's leading wind energy producers. That said, these turbines don't always work as planned. On December 28th of 2019, some locals got to watch one fail catastrophically. You could tell something was wrong right from the start. Look at all the twisted metal at the top of the turbine. Each rotation made it contort even more. Then, it finally snapped off. Now, for all their benefits, there's a dark side to wind energy in Tamil Nadu. Some farms are super loud, making it hard for villagers to sleep at night. One teacher recalls a time in 2011 when her students kept falling asleep at their desks. They all complained about the same thing: the wind turbines keeping them up at night. Others say the oil inside the engine can leak and stink up the village. For others still, the turbines just collapse in the backyard. As we know, lightning tends to strike the tallest objects around. That makes wind turbines in an open field like shooting fish in a barrel. Now, we're not sure where or when this next clip took place, but it is a clear-cut example of how damaging a single lightning strike can be. When lightning strikes a turbine, it can superheat the blades to over 50,000 degrees. That's 5 times hotter than the sun. As you can imagine, that heat can cause all sorts of damage. Lightning can also impact the turbine's control system. There's oil inside those components. A lightning strike is hot enough to ignite the oil, which sets the whole thing on fire. Given their vulnerability, most turbines are fitted with lightning protection systems. But when those fail, you get situations like this. Now, while lightning strikes are the #1 cause of turbine fires, they're not the only culprits. If something goes wrong internally, one can catch fire on a clear winter's day. Just ask these folks who caught it on camera. While hiking the lush green countryside in January of 2016, some people saw thick smoke on the horizon. When they came over the hill, they saw where it was coming from. Now, other than lightning, defective equipment, short circuits, overheating, and general malfunctions can cause turbines to catch fire. From what we can gather, this one experienced brake failure. Brakes prevent turbines from spinning too fast during high winds. If they fail, the blades can spin out of control, overload the system, and cause fires. This video is a great example of how one malfunction leads to another. In the end, the whole thing comes crumbling down. On October 29th of 2013, tragedy struck at the Piet de Wit wind farm in the Netherlands. 2 young mechanics lost their lives when a fire broke out on the turbine. They were performing routine maintenance in the engine room when the fire started. Because it was so high, firefighters couldn't stop the blaze until later that night. Sadly, one of them was found in a nearby field. The other was recovered from inside the engine room. 2 other mechanics escaped safely after jumping through the flames and onto a staircase. Then, the fire destroyed the stairs, trapping the other 2 inside. The 10-year-old turbine was a 1.75 megawatt Vestas V66. Our workers had already spent the previous day inside the engine room, ensuring everything was working correctly. Early reports blamed the tragic fire on a short circuit. Vestas turbines have had issues with fires in the past. The Danish company blamed brake failure for a 2011 fire. A 2012 fire in Germany was blamed on faulty wiring. Then another 2012 fire in Spain was blamed on electrical issues. One turbine straight up collapsed in Ireland, and another in Canada exploded in a ball of fire. From what we can tell, nobody was hurt in any of those incidents. While fires do happen, it's extremely rare for people to be around. The small town of Hornslet, Denmark, relies on the wind farm in its backyard. The Gulf Stream winds provide abundant energy, enough to power the town and nearby areas. But when those winds blow out of control, the brake systems are supposed to kick in. On February 22nd of 2009, a dangerous combo of wind and brake failure led to this viral clip. Villagers could see one of the turbines spinning way faster than it should. A few of them were lucky enough to catch it on camera.
Yes.
As the story goes, the braking mechanism had worn down and a strange noise was coming from the main gear. Our friends from Vestas showed up that morning to fix the brakes, but the noise would require a more in-depth and expensive inspection. But to keep things up and running, they fixed the brakes and turned the system back on. When the wind picked up, it began spinning faster than it should. Someone heard a loud bang inside the system, probably from a fallen gear. Everyone evacuated and watched the turbine spin out of control. When it exploded, debris flew between 200 and 500 meters away. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. We imagine replacing the turbine was more expensive than fixing the main gear. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, then be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching and be sure to tune in next time.